Yeah, hair looks absolutely abysmal. Brilliant. So I've wanted to do a video again for ages, but I didn't really know what to do it on. So I think the last video I did was like Christmas. So I'm going to be talking about my project called Dear Sylvia. People on my Twitter might know about it because I post it like every single day pretty much and bombard your timelines with it because I'm desperate for people to read it and carry on reading it and give me feedback and stuff. So I'm doing a video about it as well because I'm really trying to push it and get it out there with the potential and possibility of getting it published at some point. Sorry, I just got a Facebook notification. Popular. Yeah, I really would like to get it published, and I'd like for, you know, other writers and other creative people to read it, and maybe like other Sylvia Plath fans, or just kind of spread it around a little bit more than just my followers on Twitter. So I thought I'd do a video. I've literally just googled a couple of questions to ask about, writing processes, and I'll be like saying what Dear Sylvia is actually about and why I started it. Okay, first question. When did you first, without hesitation, call yourself a writer? I don't really call myself. I don't really call myself a writer, and I don't introduce myself like. If people say to me, "What do you do?" I don't go, "Oh, I'm a writer," because anyone can write, and I write in my spare time, and it is what I want to do, but it's not. I've not done it yet to the point of where I think I can actually say to people, "Oh, I'm a writer." I always tell people that I write, and for me, writing at this point, unfortunately, is still just a hobby and something I do on the side. But with Dear Sylvia, this is the first time that I've ever really felt that anything that I've written could potentially be published, or I feel quite emotionally attached to it, and I really do have a good feeling about it. So yeah, I don't really call myself a writer. Maybe, I don't know. There's something that I find quite pretentious about it. That's just like my personal kind of opinion on it. But to the point of up until the point where I'm being recognised and complimented and known for my work, that's when I'll start calling myself a writer. I'll deem myself worthy enough to call myself a writer at that point. But no, I don't know. I think yeah, I don't call myself a writer. Hopefully one day I can call myself a writer, but it hasn't really happened yet. My writing process for Dear Sylvia is I don't have one. I am possibly the worst writer ever because I don't have a process. I don't ever edit my work. This is awful. I just realised how awful this sounds. And if there's anyone that wants to get into writing or does write, please don't take this advice. Don't don't ever think, oh, Hannah doesn't have a process and Hannah doesn't edit. That's what that's a good thing. You should definitely edit and have a process. I just don't. I never. My phone only ever goes off when I'm doing a video or something. Sorry. It's a Groupon email. Writing process, yeah. I don't really have one. With Dear Sylvia, it was I aimed to write one letter every day for a year to Sylvia Plath. A couple of days into it, I realised that was not going to be possible, just because of the intensity of my studies, and some days I just wouldn't really have anything to write about. So I kind of decided to turn it into an ongoing thing. So there isn't really an end point for Dear Sylvia. And as far as my process goes, I literally open up my laptop, go onto WordPress, type it straight on. 9 times out of 10, I don't even read it back because it is Dear Sylvia is an emotional kind of way of me. It's a way for me to kind of let things out and process things emotionally, and I deal with things a lot better if I can physically write them out and look back at them. So I just literally type. Don't ever plan what I'm going to say. If there's something that's happened during the day, or I've thought of a phrase that I want to put in there, that's about as much planning as I'll do. But as far as that, it is literally open up the laptop, WordPress, type, post, and I don't ever read it back. I've only ever read Dear Sylvia fully once, and that is because I printed off a couple of physical copies for friends and family, and I had to read it back just to make sure there wasn't any, really bad grammar mistakes or dodgy spelling. And apart from that, I've never read it. So yeah, I am the most unorthodox writer person ever, and you definitely shouldn't ever do what I do. You should always edit your work, but I never ever edit my work, and I never read it back. Maybe I should start doing that. I probably should have answered this question first, and it's basically what made you want to do, like, Dear Sylvia, what inspired you to do it. I've always been absolutely infatuated with Sylvia Plath. I first was kind of introduced to her. Oh my god! I was first introduced to Sylvia Plath when I was 16, I think. 16 or 17, and we read one of her poems for A-level English. No, it wasn't A-level. It was for AS level English. That was it. Oh my god, it's so far. That's so long away. Oh, nostalgia. Yeah, we read a couple of her poems for English, and we had to analyse them and look at them, and then we had to do a final project where we compared anything we'd read on the course so far with something else. So I compared Mad Girl's Love Song by Sylvia Plath, which is my favourite poem of all time, with Blinding by Florence and the Machine, actually. I compared those two. I compared the song with the poem. And from that, I just started reading her in my own time. And at the time, I don't really think I appreciated her as much as I do now. Because I've grown up now, I'm a little bit more mature, and can appreciate her a lot more. And ever since then, I've been absolutely infatuated. And then we did a series. We did a little bit of letter writing at university, on my creative writing course. And I'd never really thought about letters as a way of writing. They were just something that I got in the post, from Barclays or something. Letters I didn't really think of them as a creative outlet. And we started writing letters to people, made up people in creative writing class. I was like, this is actually a really good idea. I really like the idea of writing to someone that can't reply. That's why I chose to write to Sylvia Plath, because I think, what would you say to someone that wouldn't be able to reply? Would you be more truthful? Would you lie to them? I really wanted to play around with the idea of that. So it's basically a diary, but to Sylvia. And I think, I could have chosen anyone to write letters to, because, no one's, they're online, no one's going to be replying to them. But Sylvia Plath seemed to be a good fit, and I'm absolutely obsessed with her, so I just wanted to write to her, really. These questions that I've googled are actually for a proper established writer, because one of them is, how is this world a better place because of your books? Not applicable. Dear Sylvia for me is something that's very close to my heart. It is a very emotional form of writing, and it's a very emotional project. In the future, hopefully, what I'm planning to do, I still need to work it out, and I don't want to rush into this bit because I do want this to be the most successful part. I do eventually want it to be a collaborative thing. whereby other writers or anyone really can join in and write letters of their own, because for me it's a therapeutic practice and it's really helped me deal with things that I've gone through. Hopefully one day I'll be able to figure out a way of getting other people involved and making it a bigger thing, and currently that's where I'm at with it. I'm still writing Dear Sylvia like all the time. I'm still thinking about ideas. I'm still kind of seeing where it'll go, because I don't want it to be a piece of work of mine that's just forgotten about. Like, I've put poems online and lyrics and whatever else, but I've never really felt close to anything as much as I have about Dear Sylvia. So I don't want it to just kind of like fade away. That's why I'm doing this video now. I want to keep pushing it until everyone is sick to death of it. Is literally sick to death of seeing it. And hopefully kind of spread the word around a little bit about it, and hopefully I can figure out how to get other people involved. And yeah, if it's something you're interested in, it sounds like something that you'd want to do, hit me up, like message me on Twitter, Facebook, whatever else, and we can try and like figure it out, how I would go about doing it. So I need other people's help and advice, and if there's anything else that you want to know and about Dear Sylvia, just let me know, just pass me a message. And I just want to say as well, I've had a few really nice comments about Dear Sylvia, and I just want to say a huge massive thank you to everyone that has received it really well, and a couple of people have told me that it's really helped them and they can relate to it. So I'm genuinely very, very grateful and very thankful that it's been received well, and that's why I want to carry on pushing it. I'm not giving Dear Sylvia up. It's like my child. Dear Sylvia is literally like my first child, so I'm very close to it, and I want it to be a success, and hopefully I can get everyone else involved, or if not, then I can look about getting it published and stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I know it was kind of boring, it was me waffling on, but yeah, like I said, if there's any other comments or feedback about Dear Sylvia, please message me. I'm always looking for feedback, even if it's negative. I don't care, just literally throw it at me. I'm more than capable of taking negative feedback. But oh my god, yeah. So any feedback or comments or criticism of Dear Sylvia, please hit me up. Please message me. Please let me know what you're feeling, what you're thinking about it, and if it's if there's anything I can be doing to make people want to read it more and be a bit more interesting for others, yeah, let me know. So thank you again for watching the video. I'm sorry I waffled for most of it, but yeah, so thank you.